Hello and welcome. I am Cigar and Bar, and this is Pipe Corner. You may notice the weather has changed quite a bit from the last time I posted. Today is the first snowfall here in Burlington, Ontario, and to signify the change of seasons, I wanted to put together two pipe tobaccos video. So today I'm going to be smoking some of the Sutliff mulled wine in my designated aromatic pipe, which is my Near-Up Blowfish. And also in this video I'm going to be including the last aromatic that I smoked in this pipe, which was the Sutliff Pumpkin Spice that I smoked on International Pumpkin Day. So we're going to compare the two Sutliff aromatics for these two seasons. Let's start with some jar notes here for this particular tobacco. Oh, it smells like cranberry. It's got that tart smell of mulled wine. Not smelling much in the way of any kind of mulling spice. Very figgy. That's fig and cranberry. Kind of a citrus zing right on the retrohale off the light. Yeah, it's got a spicy hit to it. It's hard to describe. It's a salty spice, kind of like a kombucha almost. Yeah, it doesn't really taste like wine. It really tastes very fruity. What it does taste like, actually, now that I think about it, is the sourness of a wine gum, the Maynard's wine gums. The flavor's building, actually, is growing on me a lot more than the last time I smoked this tobacco. This is much nicer than I expected it would be. The last time I smoked this, I recall that I smoked it with the, well not with, but at the same time as the pumpkin spice from Sutliff. And I recall that neither one of them tasted like what they were supposed to, and neither one of them was particularly good. However, that was back in 2019 when I bought this, so maybe 2 years has given it just enough age to mellow out some of the harsher tobacco in there so that more of the topping comes through. I don't know. I'll tell you what though, this is changing my mind on whether or not I want to get more of the Sutliff aromatics. I got the two, the pumpkin and the mulled wine, and decided maybe this wasn't for me, but if they're going to get better, I might try out some of the lineup. If any of you have any suggestions for some of the Sutliff aromatics that you like, please post a comment below letting me know what I should sample next. Getting up to about the mid-bowl now. Still lots of strong flavor coming through. It's nice. Almost caramelly in its sweetness. I'm getting the same as I did on that pumpkin spice, a bit of a buttery mouthfeel, but not really in a good way. I have to say this isn't bad. And I'm not sure I would smoke this a lot on its own, but I would be interested in adding some of its flavor to some other tobaccos to kind of make it a Christmas tobacco. Much like adding pumpkin spice to anything from lattes to beer to Twinkies to cheese, all of which I've had. You can add maybe a little bit of mulled wine flavor to a lot of different things. Lattes, beer, Twinkies, cheese, and maybe that would be an improvement on them, or at least it'd be a festive style. I might think about adding a little bit of mulled wine tobacco to some of the other blends that I've got. Off the top of my head, something smoky would be nice. A bit of mull and smoke, like a mulled wine around a fire, would be. And please don't attack me in the comments on this one. This is not a blasphemy. I would be interested in trying to add some of the mulled wine to something like Haunted Bookshop. But maybe I would just start off with adding it to either something more simpler, like just a Cornell and Deal Latakia blending mix, or something that I'm more familiar with, like adding a little bit of mulled wine to a little bit of Ahab's Comfort. I think either could be interesting starting points. Well, that has been the Sutliff Mulled Wine Aromatic Tobacco from 2019. Let's cut right now into a very different video, very different time of day, different seasonal look to it, but still autumn. It's still autumn now. Let's cut right into the video that I shot on International Pumpkin Day of the Sutliff Pumpkin Spice Tobacco. Here we go. Good evening, I am Cigar and Bar, and I'm out here in the lovely waterfront of downtown Oakville, Ontario. And today, as I understand it, is National Pumpkin Appreciation Day. So I'm out here with some pumpkin spice tobacco from Sutliff. That's right, I'm a glutton for punishment. Today I'm going to be smoking some of the Sutliff pumpkin spice from 2019. I got the Sutliff pumpkin spice at the same time as I got some of the Sutliff mulled wine. And I'll say the same thing about both of them from my previous experience. It doesn't taste much like pumpkin spice. Just to give you an idea of some of the notes. On the nose, it smells less like pumpkin and more like coconut and rum. Just to be sure that's not ghosting from another bowl. Yeah, coconut and rum. Doesn't really smell like pumpkin. And this is my Near-Up Blowfish that I like to use for all my aromatic blends. It's a nice deep bowl, slightly offset chamber, and it'll hold a lot, and sometimes you need a lot to get flavor out of an arrow. So let's give this one a try. Trying to keep this thing exposed on my face so it's not too bright everywhere you look. Yeah, there's barely anything there. I don't taste any spice. I barely taste any tobacco. Yep. Still not impressed with this particular arrow. So I'm going to take a few minutes and I'll get back to you when I'm a little further down the bowl and see if any flavor develops. I will just dim the ambient light for a minute here and let you see the lovely treed park here. I'm just nearby to the gazebo here in the park, right on the waterfront. Lovely historic buildings on my left and my right here, and the beautiful Lake Ontario, which you can usually see during the day. It's been a bit of a rainy day. It's caused some of the leaves to come down. I've been smoking it for about 15 minutes now. And instead of any kind of pumpkin spice taste to it, just starting to get a little bit peppermint, which doesn't seem to make any sense. Yeah, I suppose it's a little creamy. It's got a nice creamy mouthfeel, like a pumpkin pie might taste like, but not really getting any cinnamon. Maybe a bit of clove, but no cinnamon, no allspice. No nutmeg. Just a slightly spicy mint coconut rum. Well, I'd say as aromatics go, this one is fairly disappointing, but that's par for the course with most people's experience with pumpkin spice at this time of year. So if you're looking for pumpkin spice, I wouldn't go with this one. I wouldn't recommend this as your way to go. Anyways, thanks for joining me here on National Pumpkin Appreciation Day, smoking a little bit of the pumpkin spice blend from Sutliff in my Near-Up Blowfish. I am Cigar and Bar. This has been Pipe Corner, and I hope everyone out there in YouTube land has a great day till I see you next time. Cheers. Well, that was the Sutliff Pumpkin Spice Tobacco, and this has been the Sutliff Mulled Wine Tobacco. Hope you've enjoyed two tobaccos. If you want to see more side-by-side tobacco videos like this, we can do that. Just let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm going to wish you a very warm season's greetings as we transition from autumn here into the winter, and I hope that you have all the best for the upcoming holiday season for you and yours. I am Cigar and Bar. This has been Pipe Corner. Cheers.